Alrighty guys, so this is a tutorial on what I believe people call it's like a 2-beat weave versus Superman, but basically it's the 3-poi and 1-hand deal. So this little bastard right here. The easiest way to explore it, or to begin exploring it and to get into it, I think, is out of a 3-beat weave. So you're going to want to have your 3-beat weaves down. And the reason I say that is because you notice my hands are together all the time, so it makes it extremely easy for me to, and I'm already doing a weave. I'm going to be going into a 2-beat weave. So it makes it really easy for me to pass off and keep that weave motion going. So for this, I would say that grip is really important. With a lot of Superman stuff, people have different grips. You know, I figured out how to do it this way with them coming out of both sides of the hand. But a lot of people do it with it coming out between your pinky and ring finger. Let's see if I can get closer and show you this. Sorry, I'm using a wide angle lens and it makes me look farther away than I am. So I like this grip, not this grip. And that is because when we add in the 3rd poi, the first two are too close together and it makes it way easier to get tangled up. So what you want to do is have pinky poi coming out the bottom of your hand, thumb poi coming out the top of your hand, and we're going to be doing this 3-beat weave, right? Now what you're going to do is you're going to pass off that 3rd poi into you're going to catch it with your index finger. You're going to use your little claw here to grab it. So what we're going to do is just stick it in there. So what you end up, I'll take this one out, what you end up with is this right here. Where you're kind of actually holding one backwards. Like, I guess this is like the Tim Goddard style Superman grip, where he's got the one coming out the front and one going into your hand. So you're gonna use this hook here and stick this guy in there like that. So what that looks like all together is this. So you're going to want to just practice kind of passing off, and maybe you know, sometimes I'll use 2 fingers, use your peace fingers, and you can grab it that way too. Really, it depends on how big your mitts are, you know, how big your hands are, and what's comfortable to you. So this is what I've found to work for me. So yeah, 3-beat weave, pass it off, and then this requires a lot of wrist rotation that you don't really have to do in the Superman, but you really have to do this figure 8. Like, really, it's a really heavy figure 8 pattern. And you put that in with your lateral movement. So you're doing this like crazy. And that is simply to keep them apart from each other and to keep them going. And it's going to take a lot of practice. It's going to piss you off. Hopefully not, but for me it really did. So again, 3-beat weave, hand off, and then mad rotation of the wrist. Whoops. Mad rotation of the wrist. So yeah, that's the main element, is that rotation. So, and another reason that I say to use this grip, where they're completely opposite from each other, is that it keeps them apart. You don't want to have them coming out of the same space because they're going to be together and you're going to have a bitch of a time keeping them apart, you know? But if they're facing completely opposite directions, you get that effect. Like, it's the same reason why I have one coming out the top of my hand and one coming out the bottom. It's because they're exactly opposite, and so it makes keeping perfect split time really easy. So, and this is, you know, it's funny, like whenever I see this move done in videos, it's always just a clip of people in the move. You know, they don't actually like work it into their flow. And it's a bummer because it's so easy out of a 3-beat weave to drop it in, play with it for a little bit, show everybody you're doing 3-poi in one hand, and then you can shoot it out. It's so easy, like it literally comes flying out. Whoop! See, it goes way out there. So it's really, really fun to do. and you're gonna have some trouble in the beginning. You know, the two poi that are doing the 2-beat weave are gonna want to cross. They're gonna want to tangle. They're gonna want to do all kinds of things. You know, they want to hang out together. They don't want to be separated. So it just takes some diligence and really work that figure 8 with the wrists, and it'll come. That's what she said. Anyways, so that was getting into it out of flow. Something that I found really cool was actually starting it from a dead standstill, which is a bit trickier. And the prerequisite for this, obviously, is being able to go from a dead standstill into a meteor weave or, you know, Superman. But you have to be able to separate this thumb poi and then get things going. So what we're going to do, again, we want these two front poi, the ones that are going to be doing the 2-beat weave, to be near each other but facing in opposite directions. And then we want this pinky poi to be like as far away as we possibly can. So basically what we've got is we've got a group of 2 poi on your thumb, and then we've got your pinky poi. So what we're going to do here is it's that exact same flipping motion that you do to start out. You know, it's that exact same whoop, except we're just going to have 2 poi on our thumb, and we've got to separate them. So what we're going to do is it's going to look like this. So basically you flip and you just use your fingers to kind of to separate them, and then you're going to clip the bottom poi, get it going in the horizontal fashion, and the other 2 will keep going in the 2-beat weave. So I'll show you that again. Flip. And you're there. So let me show you this from the side. See, I've got a group of 2 poi up here, and then this guy hanging out up back. And we're gonna flip, and then hip that bottom poi, and we're into it. Show you that from this side too, maybe that'll be helpful. We're gonna flip, and catch that bottom poi. And there you have it. 3 poi, 1 hand. Really fun, especially this one, you know, going into it and then like whoop, shooting that one out. I have a ball with it, and it's so cool. You know, and you got 3 poi going in 1 hand. And just keep working at it. You'll get it eventually. It comes. You know, and it's really cool because even if you're starting out and they kind of tangle up, you can actually, if you keep going, see I untangled them there. Like, there's a really good chance that you can get them undone and keep going with them. So I feel like you've got a really good chance at getting it down and working it into your everyday 3 poi tech. So hope that was helpful. I don't think there are any other tutorials out there for this one, so I hope it pushes people to learn it, and I hope people are able to work it into whatever they do. Thanks guys, hope you have a great day. Talk to you later.